Canada are hearing my words very clearly regarding some people that have been fucking around online. So if you're a confidential informant and you've done something to another American, I don't have cause, I don't have standing, I can't do jack shit unless you break international law. Well, that's what happened exactly to Sarah Nagy. It's one thing to say she's, and I don't know if it's true, a disbarred lawyer. I don't know that.
No, motherfucker, you bold faggot, N-word, motherfucking F-word, N-word. That's what you always be. Man, that PTR, I like it though. I like it's very classy. It's very classy. It's funny, funny. I can't believe you. Do you really have a man bun? Wow, bro, you probably really do get laid. I mean, if I had a man bun, yeah, I'd definitely be getting laid. Unfortunately, I have to deal with 45-year-old obese women now who are incapable of even having physical sex because they can't move because they're so obese. Have you ever seen a girl whose ankles and knees are deteriorated at 40, 35? I mean, how do they expect to have a love life when they can't even squat? It's like a beard. It shows virility. Hair for a man and a woman shows virility. It shows health. If you're bald like me, it looks like you're dying of cancer or Larry David syndrome. Yep, exactly.
Adrian, why don't Adrian, when Trump wins and he ends the Ukraine war, why don't you just go to Ukraine and like knock out like the 10 months? Because Trump won't win. That's the funny part.
Yeah, he's not gonna win. They're gonna install Kamala.
You're probably right.
Yeah, because all you got to do is look at Alex Soros's Instagram. And you're like, oh, this is the richest guy in the world. He controls the United States election system through Dominion, and he's a puppet master. Pretty sure this guy, the fix is in.
Yeah, that's why I can't go into these Trump rooms with like this shit's in because all they do is talk about we gotta get out there and vote. And it's like, did you guys not? It's like, did you guys not watch 2020?
Yeah, I remember that one. That was a big one. And I mean, what did that just go away?
Yeah.
No, it's still here. Like, I mean, fucking Fox had to give up hundreds of millions of dollars in a corrupt lawsuit to settle it. Like, I mean, we live in bizarro world. This is Diddy's world.
But you know what? At least we live.
Oh, I ain't complaining. I'm just
Look at
trying to call a spade a spade.
not Lebanon, not Israel. These guys are gonna get fucked.
Yeah, everybody in fucking Lebanon's gonna get blown apart. They're already blown apart. They hit like 1,300 targets today.
That's right. That's right. Well, let's see how it goes. I think Hezbollah is gonna go crazy.
Dude, they took out a lot of senior leadership with their pagers in the butthole.
Honestly, it's good if he goes. We need, dude. He needs to give the Kags a lesson.
The what? The K word?
That's right.
You F word, N word.
That's right.
You J
Someone has to
derangement.
do this.
Is this person trans? Gotta. There's so many trans on Bumble. It's like, and if you complain about a trans on Bumble, they will delete your account.
Yeah, that would be shocking.
That's so fucking crazy. It's like this person. I wanted to specifically date women, and this person is a man. I went out on a date with this guy, and he tried to rape me. I'm pretty sure this is against your terms of service. I'm not trying to be a bigot or anti trans or have transphobia, but I just wanted to let you know. I love it when, like, a fat girl, she's like, what are you doing tonight? And you're like, oh, I'm going to the gym. And you're like, what are you doing tonight? I'm going to a concert. It's like, you do realize that you are obese, right? You should probably stop doing what you're doing and go to the gym right away.
This is how I know you don't get laid. Why the hell are you on Bumble?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a terrible app. It's
I,
the woman has to make the first move.
yeah, it's like fishing though. I don't view it. I'm app agnostic. I just view it as like throwing out a net. You see what you catch. If something good comes back, well then mazel. But chances are
Yeah, it's the correct way to do it. Yeah.
it's always just trash. I mean, there's Hinge is great because you push and you that means you can inbox young girls as opposed to 40-year-old vaccinated obese cows. So Hinge is where it's at. I've made love to many a beautiful woman off of Hinge, and some fatties,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
that is the best app. That is the, yeah.
But I think the last time you sniffed vagina is even like further away in time than the last time you sniffed cocaine, nigga.
That's right.
No. I just got laid recently.
Rico doesn't sniff vagina, he sniffs ass.
Amazing.
That's right.
Girl
Because
was
Rico
like,
got so desperate that he let go.
"Don't go down on me. That pussy's all stinky."
I'm never gonna get a woman. Let me go get a man. That's what he says.
No, I actually met this really hot chick. I met this really hot chick at the bar by my boat. I came up to her and I was like, "Excuse me, can I ask you a question?" She goes, "Sure." I said, "What's that tattoo on your leg? What cartoon is that?" And then that's how I started it. And then there were all these spiders and the bar was closing. I was like, "Well, do you want to go out and get another drink?" She's like, "You're not gonna murder me, are you?" I was like, "No, I'm a good person." And then sure enough, she came back to my place, made sweet love. Then I dropped her ass all the way back off, but down at her place, and I forgot to get her number. So I could never see her again unless I see her back down at the beach, which is like, probably won't happen. So that was a fuck up, but
That's
whatever.
right. That's right, motherfucker.
She's
I
like,
met a 42-year-old woman.
she was
Like,
like,
she's hot as shit.
how old was she?
42.
So the chick who came to my place, she was hardcore liberal, and I was like showing her my place, and I have all these like Donald Trump MAGA hats and like my signs from when I ran for committeeman, and she was like in utter disbelief, and I was like kind of embarrassed. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot about all this shit. But yeah, I mean, she didn't give a fuck. She just wanted to fuck.
Oh, man. I think they do give a fuck. What are you talking about?
She didn't give a fuck. She was like, she was getting high, having cocktails, wanted to bang, and we had a great time, and that was it. She didn't want to spend the night. She wanted to go right home afterwards, and it was fantastic. I was like, I'll drive you home. You ain't got to call an Uber.
Did you see her again? Or was it
No,
like
I
that
forgot to
last
get
time?
her number. I was so exhausted and tired. I didn't even think about asking her for her number.
Adrian, does Chicago have like a bunch of these like Ukrainian chicks that have come over like the way Florida does?
Yeah, they've been coming here for a long time because Chicago has a has a big Ukrainian population. I think Kiev is like considered a sister city, and Amman is
Yeah,
actually also
yeah.
considered a sister city.
Now I kind of want to vote just to
Randy!
import Ukraine because like you can find like a 10 of 10 smoke over there easily.
What's up, Randy?
You want to what?
I'm voting with a single issue of ending the war in Ukraine. That's
Uh-huh.
my new issue, and that way you can travel over there and just like find like a 10
Yeah,
of
but
10 smoke.
we all know who you're gonna vote for anyway, Rico.
They're probably hotter over there now than they've ever been because of the war. So it's like you get super hot when a war happens.
Explain this.
It's like the Holocaust effect or the concentration camp effect. You live to 120. It fucks with your alleles, like at the genetic and central nervous system level. If you go through, that type of environment, it basically like I don't know. The genes like express themselves in an exaggerated manner based on the environment.
I'll have to see if this has been studied. It's like this is bullshit.
No, it's true. Just look it up. The age of concentration camp survivors. They're like octogenarians or Centenarians, I mean.
Why even like engaging this type of conversation? I don't get it.
Yeah, because it's just like so ludicrous. I mean, it's the only reason I bring it up. But David, I mean, damn, dude, you drink heavy, man. I never knew. Like, I cannot believe how big of a slur you are on this app when you drink, and you seem to drink often. You're a heavy ass drinker, dude. I mean,
He enjoys.
you do realize that you do realize your brain is inflamed. Like when you drink, your brain like actually expands, and you're
Correct.
lowering your IQ substantially. If you don't smoke cannabis,
Why you like letting him?
No, Andrew Huberman talks a lot about this, actually.
yeah,
Alcohol is terrible for you.
it's bad for you. I'm not saying that I don't drink every day, all day. I'm just saying I don't drink whiskey or gin or bourbons. Like I will drink a beer with an orange juice at lunch, and I'll have like a glass of red wine with my dinner. I mean, that's the extent of like alcoholic consumption that is a good optimal amount. But like, bro, you sound like you have brain damage when you come on this app.
What's wrong with that?
Dude, I mean, I know you ain't got no wife or kids. Like, what are you hoping to do with your life?
Make money.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Randy has a girlfriend.
Well, you know, I came up with an actual. Uh,
He has Bonsoir.
he had Bonsoir. Then Clown House took over. So, you know, if a chick isn't really into you and like doesn't really like you, that's the second step. But the first step is you really have to like her. You have to respect her. You have to be attracted to her. You have to, you know, find her intelligent. And then she has to feel the same way about you. But unfortunately, so many women today, they're not interested in actually uniting with a man. They're looking for an experience. And so, you know, if you actually indulge them in that experience, you will, you know, you'll just suffer. You will ruin your reality by indulgence. And far too many women operate off of this platform.
I think these are the divorced women.
God,
Okay, so if you had the option to either hang out with Bonsoir or Issa, who would you hang out with?
I'll leave.
No, I'm asking him. I'm asking. That doesn't know Bonsoir.
well, what I'm trying to say also is getting married is completely
Wait, you
pointless.
have to pick. You have to pick one or the other.
I didn't hear your question. What was that? I don't know Bonsoir, so what's the point of asking me again?
I'm sure you've heard enough about her.
No, I haven't. I just know the name.
I mean, Randy's been talking enough about her. No, I don't talk about her. I don't talk about her. Okay, so well, knowing what you know about Issa, knowing what you may not know about Bonsoir, who would you pick?
Issa or Bonsoir?
Yes.
Probably Bonsoir because I've seen Issa's pictures and she's ugly.
Well, that's not nice.
I hate. She's got maybe she got a nice booty and a nice voice, but I seen that face, man. That's a fucking face you got to put a bag on.
Whoa, be nice. Oh man. I mean, Rico dated her, so like obviously he saw something in her.
Yeah, he heard a voice on a social audio chat app and was like, "Huh, maybe I'll give it a shot." Then he saw the product and he was like, "Oh, I got to make a return."
No, Rico, I wouldn't laugh about that because that has more to do about you than it does about her.
No, what do you mean?
Upon the advice of counsel, I invoke my Fifth Amendment privileges.
I'm not saying that she's not, you know, a decent person. I mean, she's not, you know, a raving lunatic.
I thought there was potential, like, to, you know, I don't want to say it, but to develop herself a little bit more.
But what was your end goal?
To have her develop herself in ways I would have liked.
But let's pretend. Okay, let's pretend like everything went
No way, dude. If you think you can change a woman, if you think a woman is gonna modify her lifestyle or behaviors for you, impossible. My father warned me about that. He's like, I never should have married your mother. He goes, don't ever marry a woman thinking that you're gonna fix her. I was like, okay, I won't forget that.
Adrian knows exactly the advice I'm talking about that he gives to women all the time on the app.
What? Go to the gym, vote Trump, fatty?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. If the bitch don't go to the gym and she's sitting here on Clown House all night long picking her toes in Poughkeepsie, she's a fatty and she's disgusting.
That's why, like, me and Rick were telling you is like, if you want her to go to the gym, maybe you should encourage, like, go with her.
I did. You don't think I tried that? Like, come on. You guys don't give me credit. You guys think I'm really dumb, huh?
Yeah, if a girl isn't a self-starter and it's not part of her regular diet, exercise, like she's gone. Like it's over. And I mean for her as
You know how
well.
many days I was like, hey, I'm going to the gym, but I'm with? I'm like, nothing.
Yeah, that's a self-confidence thing. A woman who,
If you had enough, if you had enough ability, then it should be a non-issue. You should be able to do
I
that.
don't think you get it, David. Like she's not a gym person. This guy might be a gym person. If, one is not a gym person, then the other person is just not attracted to that person. Most normal people go to the gym. I mean,
And then, like, after, like, the first couple of weeks when you're sitting at Rico, you should be able, like, okay, well, this is obviously not what I signed up for, kind of thing.
Yeah, I know. I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I get it. I had a better connection overall with that Cuban chick I dated last summer for like a month and a half than I did with Lisa, in all honesty.
Wait, is that the one that was 19 years old?
No, she was 27. She was a college professor at a local college. But she had a yoga ass like you've never seen, dude.
yeah, that's actually my mom told me. She's like, you gotta start going to events and yoga studios, and you gotta get out there and meet people. You can't just keep doing these apps. It's the same people recycling themselves. I was like, yeah, that's absolutely true. You don't meet, you see the same faces.
Can you show up to a yoga class as a single guy and it's not weird?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yoga is not about it is about getting laid because that's what yoga is. It's a union, which is a yoke. And so is but women are more than happy to have a fucking guy in a room because usually it's just a bunch of lonely hot pieces of ass, with and you just go in there and spread your hormone around. Just fart in the air. They love it.
The Cuban girl before I met her, she was going to yoga like every day, and then she started inviting me with, and I was like, "This is actually a good workout."
It is a good workout. You can even make it a pre-workout because it's just stretching, and then you go do a real workout. Like people who spend 2 hours a day in a gym, that's like normal. That's what people should be doing every day. When you're retired, I go to the gym sometimes at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. There's like 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds. That's all they do. They go to the gym every single morning for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's an experience. And it's like people who don't do that, I mean, they're generally morbidly obese. There's obesity is like it's unbelievable. It's everywhere. You see it everywhere.
You know, Adrian, I'm starting to notice that you do a lot of projection. I'm sitting on a handle.
No, I'm not saying I'm Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, I got love handles, baby. I drink beer and eat pizza, but I at least lift weights like 4 or 5 days a week and do cardio and yoga. I mean, I got a dad bod, dude. I'm not some fitness model. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I like a thicker girl who's, got some tone and beauty, a pretty face, a nice ass, like
Wait, so does Rico.
well, everybody just likes attractive people.
That's one of the reasons why I live in Florida. Right? It's like the quality of women here is much higher than the rest of the country.
Okay, but maybe the quality of women are, but like you're not utilizing it. Rico.
I have as much as I can.
That's an excuse. That's an excuse.
I'll keep saying that you hate me.
Oh, just because you are so obnoxious in your argumentative style that, I just lose respect for you.
Anti-Semitic.
Yeah, and you hate Jews too, so I hate you naturally because my father's side of the family's Jewish.
Man, fuck you, daddy. How about that?
Well, my dad wouldn't like you. I don't know what to tell you.
He doesn't have to like me. He doesn't like Hitler also. So,
Yeah, I know.
but I love Hitler.
I know. That's why my dad wouldn't like you, and that's why I don't like you.
Well,
I mean, I'm not saying we can't have shawarma someday, and laugh at the
wait,
ridiculousness of life.
Rabbi, are you saying that Hitler was misunderstood? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Oh no, I don't think he's misunderstood. I think he's misportrayed. I mean, if you take Trump as base, you know the liberals keep comparing Trump to Hitler. That's because they're accurate. It's true.
Yeah, this is why I don't like you, and I have no respect for you.
No, but it's the schizophrenia because you can't like Trump and not like Hitler. They have similar policies.
Yeah, this is why you're not an American.
No,
If you
they
were an
don't.
American, you wouldn't
Trump
have
is
this
the most
opinion.
Trump is the most pro-Zionist candidate in like the race. What are you talking about?
Zionism is identical to Nazism. It's ethnocentric nationalism.
Oh, I see.
Well, I'm not gonna say. Well, anyways, the point is I don't really hate you. I mean, I just like to tell people I hate you. That maybe makes it even
I know you don't
more
hate
fun.
me, but she keeps saying that you hate me. I'm like, no, he doesn't. Like, yes, he does. I'm like, okay.
I don't. Why would I hate anybody on this app? That's like hating yourself. It's stupid.
Well, you do hate yourself.
No, I don't hate myself. I'm actually very content with myself.
Motherfucker, I would like to buy you a Chicago, not a burger, a Chicago pizza when I go to Chicago. Eat it. Yeah, let's eat it. Would you be
Ray,
down?
you go to Chicago?
I am going to Chicago.
I would visit Randy in Chicago.
Wait, are you guys gonna meet up? Are you guys gonna meet up?
Actually, if you guys want to come here for Halloween, it is a fucking blast. It is unbelievable.
Wait, I wanted to hear Randy. But would you meet Rabbi for a Chicago pizza?
My brother and my nephew are in Chicago. So,
Yeah, come for Halloween. It's the best.
Adrian. I want Adrian. I want to see if Adrian would meet.
Yeah. I'll meet up with you. You come here for Halloween and we do something. I'm not just gonna like meet up with you like on a random weekday. It's got to be like an awesome event where there's some fucking great tail around.
No, it's just gonna be a fucking, what do you call it? Like not even a restaurant. What do you call it? Like a diner.
Diner.
Pizza. You're gonna eat your pizza, and then I'm gonna tell you get the fuck out of here.
So you mean to tell me you're gonna be even worse in real life as opposed to clown us? I think I'll pass.
Adrian, would you take Randy to
Adrian,
Wacker
I'll tell you
Drive?
what. Like I've hung out with Rabbi in person, and he's not as bad as he think he is.
No, I know. I know Jordanians. I like Jordanians.
Adrian, would you take Randy to
Oh, he's
Wacker Drive?
Palestinian.
Yeah, I know Palestinian Jordanians.
Would you take Randy to Wacker Drive?
No.
Okay.
He won't take me nowhere. That's right.
No, if we meet up and you come to Chicago, I already know where we're gonna go. We're going to what's the name of the bar?
Take him to the coffee hall.
If you want to go to a diner, we're gonna go to Dublin's, but then down the street from Dublin's is Butch McGuire's. That is the best bar in Chicago. It's an Irish pub, and it's the hottest pieces of girls in the best area of Chicago. It's the best looking girls in town.
Now, there's a great bar like in the Loop.
There's no good bars in the Loop.
There is. Yes.
No, you got to go to West Loop. That's where the hot bars are at.
Yeah, but that's overplayed.
Overplayed. I mean, you just go where the tail's at.
Last time you were in Chicago? The last time was pre-COVID, so it's been a while. Unless it's changed now. Has it changed?
Probably not.
I feel Adrian would be even more insane in real life.
No, I'm not. I don't like drama. I go out. I don't want to have any drama. I just want to meet chicks, try to get laid, go home, take a nap, enjoy my life. I mean, what's the problem with that?
Alright, sure.
Oh, there's no problem with that. It's just that I don't do it, dude. I never did that. I never went to a bar intentionally to hook up with a girl. Anyway, single girls don't go to bars.
I don't necessarily go to bars with the intention of hooking up, per se. I mean, I go because I want to meet like a beautiful woman. Yes, I guess that's the problem is like I do just believe in one day at a time. And so, but that's the thing is if you go out thinking and projecting and you're not there in the moment for one day at a time, you're ridiculous and you'll never get laid. You got to be in the moment and seize the opportunity.
That's
And I forget all the time to seize the opportunity. I'm like sometimes I'm just like indifferent and I'm not active about it, but I go out with the intention of wanting to be active and then I'm not active. I'm just like passive. So the thing about when you go out with a wingman is it's like hunting with like a pack of wolves. So you kind of egg each other on to take action and it's
Oh,
helpful.
that's what. That's what I see what's happening. So he just wants Rabbi to come with him, so that Rabbi can be his wingman.
Exactly. You think I really want to hang out with you?
Alright, then
I hang out with you every day on here for fucking years. Like if we're not gonna go out with a purpose, like there's no purpose in going out. I mean, what do you want to take me shopping like Diddy and 50 Cent?
Yeah, but
I'm
even
ready to
but,
be a fuck block, motherfucker.
but Rabbi is a very interesting person in real life. You're gonna
Motherfucker, I'm gonna steal the check. Motherfucker.
That's fine. Steal the chick. You get yourself laid. Like it goes both ways. I don't care. I mean, the thing is, if you get laid, I generally get laid.
Would you be open to spit roasting her? Hey, Grant?
No, no,
I think it's a man bun that
Oh my god.
no. I had a friend who I had a friend who's always like, dude, you wouldn't do a threesome with me? I'm like, no, bro, never, ever. That's gay. He's like, really? That's not gay. I'm like, that's gay. Not interested. I know you're semi bisexual, curious, but not gonna happen. So one time, him and I were at this bar called Dublin's, and the hottest chick you've ever seen. Come up to her, I'm chatting with her. She's not interested in me, and I said, "Well, let me introduce you to my friend. He's a dentist." She's like, "He's a dentist. I want to be a dentist." So we meet up with her and her girlfriend like a week later because they hit it off, and so he coordinates with her. She sets me up on a date with the most beautiful chick you've ever seen. So we meet them at this nice restaurant, and then we have a great night. We bring them back to his place, and this idiot tries to fuck them both, and he ruined it. And she's like, "Take me home right now," and I'm just like, "What did you do?" And she's like, "He has sexually assaulted me." I'm like, "You sexually assaulted her? What did you do?" He laid out. I'm like, "Bro, what in the fuck have you done? Like, you ruined all this. What the fuck?" So he ended up being a terrible wingman.
That's right. And you don't have to be a terrible one or a good one. You just have to be moderate. Moderation is key, hey, Grant. It's all about being moderate. Now, you ain't got it, son. I don't know what to tell you.
Listen, I'm working on getting it. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, if you don't want to spit roast a check, I mean,
Not interested in any balls or dick banging. Not interested in touching or being around a woman naked with you. Does that not make sense to you? I know you're into fat life and shit, but like that's not, not interested in it in the slightest.
okay, but so what would you prefer? Would you prefer spit roasting a chick with me, or you talking to the chick and through you I get to steal her? And I
You,
fuck
you
her
could
brains
steal
out,
you could
obviously.
steal her and fuck her brains out. I don't know if you understand what it means to go out. Like at some point you're like, "Yo, bro, I'm bouncing with this chick. Have a good night. Nice meeting you. Bye bye." And that's it. Like there's no like 4 o'clock dinners. 4 a.m. fucking pizza. Like I don't want to hang out with you past 2 a.m. 1 a.m. Like that's when the night's over because I'm going home with some beautiful baby.
Okay, so you're a hard no. Get it?
No, no, I'm saying you're gonna go home with no.
What is this like a Diddy conversation or something? Are you gonna say freak out?
I'm just doing you a service by allowing you in. I'm gonna take your pick anyways. So either you join in or you don't.
No,
Rico, would
no.
you have a threesome with Rabbi and my girl?
No, I'm completely straight, so no.
No, Rico would do a threesome.
I'll do a threesome with 2 girls.
It's important to me that someone's in my time zone because I want to communicate with them easily. On Upwork, you can search by time zone.
So I was at the bar Saturday night, and there's this gay guy that I know that goes there, and he's with this hot chick, and he works in IT. He looks like Pee Wee Herman. He's a harmless guy, and he smokes weed. We chit chat, and there's all these chicks that roam around that want to smoke weed. So I sit down with him and this hot chick, and then next thing I know, this giant fucking like 280-pound muscle guy, total psychopath, sits down and he's gaslighting all of us. And eventually the girl shits her pants, starts crying. She's like, "Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit." So she takes off, and so I leave the bar. I just get up. I'm like, all right, I'm done with this. Leave. I go to another bar. Then I go back, and then she's there with the guy and this other girl that I know. So we all start chit chatting again. The point is, eventually, this older chick, who's actually really hot for an older woman, breast implants, everything. She's a neurotic speaker, won't shut up. So eventually, the hot chick gets up, flicks her off, and says, "Fuck you, you fucking neurotic. You won't shut. I'm fucking sick of you. Shut the fuck up, you fucking crazy bitch." She gets up and leaves, and then and the whole time she's like touching me and like playing with me and like and she's looking at me. I'm like, dude, I think I'm gonna bang this chick tonight. But the problem is the neurotic, psychotic, blabbermouth, who I know, I've known her and this other guy 2 years from this bar and all these other bars in the area. Anyways, the point is, there is no point, and strike when the iron is hot. I mean, you just got to remember that, like, and it's often you forget it. So.
Oh, we often forget all sorts of shit. But it doesn't matter what you forget. What matters is what you retain.
That's right.
And,
Isn't the biggest tell if a girl if a really hot chick has like a gay friend, that means like she's alienated all the single women because she's like a huge slut, and the women don't want to be her friend because they're afraid that she'll steal their boyfriend. So she just like adopts gay friends as like her friends because she's a slut. That's like a good slut radar, right?
Well, I've heard if she smokes, she pokes. I haven't heard, if she's got a gay bestie, makes her a whore. It generally makes her a fat, obese, chick on the way out. So there's just so many fucking losers with gay friends who, haven't been in a relationship ever in their whole life, and they're like severely damaged women.
Fine. Anyways, I'm gonna retain your check. Hey, man.
Good luck, man. I mean, get laid. I don't give a fuck, but I ain't gonna fuck her
But
with you.
that's gonna be more expense. That's why I'm offering you. I'm offering you a ladder here. I'm telling you, you can come out of that.
What are you, Jacob's fucking ladder? Did you invent the fucking ladder or something?
Randy, abundance mentality. There's enough to go around.
It's like McDonald's. You build a Burger King near it, and sales at both facilities go up. That's why when you go out with a guy, there's a much higher. It's a social credit proof. When you're with somebody, you're not some fucking loser guy looking to get laid. Goes out by yourself. You're a social person. People respect you. Therefore, you have some social credibility just based off of meeting somebody. Like, oh, this is your friend. Oh, great. Okay, you're not a total weirdo. Like, people actually talk to you. I'm not scared anymore. Like, but even then, you can go out and meet people totally by yourself. Like, I met that chick at the beach in the bar the other day, and I don't need a wingman. It's all just like, you have fun when you go out generally because you have sexual tease conversations, or you're meeting somebody new. There's like when you meet somebody new for the first time, it's like a big, dopamine rush, especially on a Friday, Saturday night when a chick is looking hot and you're like, God damn.
That's right.
But a lot of these chicks just want free drinks and they want to eat, so you got to make them earn it. And you can be direct and say, I understand. Girl got to eat.
What a waste of time. What a waste of damn
Do
time.
you think?
I think you have the right idea living in Montreal if you go back, because like I was swiping up there and there's a lot of those French girls. Oh man.
Canadian women are much more attractive than American ones, if that's what you're saying.
I can agree with that. I was in Toronto and there's some beauties there.
Yeah, I would say that could be true. But you just don't have as many people in Canada as we do. So,
No, we
but
don't. We don't. Well, but if you're in a city, then it's not a problem because everyone lives in the city.
So Miami, when I was down there for Art Basel last December, I like created a Hinge account and then I started inviting all these girls to DJ Khaled's birthday party. Just inviting them with a special VIP code. Tell them DJ Khaled now when you get to the door, things like that. And so all, and then I was taking screenshots of all their profiles and posting them on X. But
By the way, just before you go, by the way, big cities are better for women. For men, it's better for you to be in a small place.
okay, maybe.
That's right. Yeah, no, in fact.
Fact, a small place.
Yeah, because 100% of the women go for the top 10 men, or top 10%. So, if you're in a big city, you're just adding to your competition. Whereas if you're a good guy and you know you're good, then go to a smaller place and like all the chicks want you.
Well, in Chicago, a lot of girls fly in for the weekend and they want to bang and then leave and go back to their boyfriends. So if you're swiping on like a Friday, Saturday night, you will see chicks that are in for the weekend and they're dabbling.
Oh, so you are into Red Street.
No, it's not. What are you talking about?
So Randy, I really think it depends on the gender ratios in the city. Like some cities have more men than women, and vice versa. Like Chicago is a city with more women than men. It's true. It's a real thing. And you guys mock it.
I get that, but I'm saying in general, 100% of the women want the same top 10% of the men.
Well, does this hold true in Amman and Sharm el Sheikh and fucking Jerash? I mean, what the fuck, dude?
This is everywhere. Yeah, women all want the
I
same.
mean, Shroud Shake is the.
I mean, Randy, I thought what Randy's saying is like obvious.
Correct. They do want the top 10%. So that if you're in a city where there's more people, then you are at a disadvantage. Because out of all those, more and more of them are going to be better than you. And so the chick isn't going to go to you, she's going to go to him. Right, okay, if you go to a smaller place, all the chicks want you. I don't know why that's controversial.
What? I'm looking at this chick right now in Bumble. She's Persian, 31. Her name is Bina. She's pretty hot. But you can like see on her lip like a herpes sore, you know? It's like, yeah, you kind of hot, but damn, I don't know if I can work with a girl that has a permanent herpes sore on her mouth. That's not good.
Motherfucker, we know you got herpes.
What do you think about women with? Oh, she's a doctor. What do you think about women that do their lips? Like anytime a woman does any kind of face modification, like it's an immediate turn off. I have like it's like an immediate turn off.
I don't like those rings no face.
I like nose rings.
Oh, no, it's are fine.
It doesn't do anything for me. I like a woman that wears big hoop earrings. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That's very Latin of you.
Is it? Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, it's not necessarily Latin. I know a lot of you.
The Cuban girl wore big hoop earrings.
But wait, East she was.
No, she did
They
not.
say bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe.
Yeah, probably right.
Oh, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. It's not my style, really. The hoops are not my style. But, I mean, I have a hoop for sure. But,
I did buy a fake nose ring, like clamps your nose, and I mean it's so fucking gay. It's like impossible to go out and have any self respect. But I think it's
Wait,
it's
it's only gay if you wear the earring on the right side or left side?
right side. Right side's gay.
Left side.
No, right side is gay. Right side is gay.
when you say hoop, you're talking about the nose hoop?
Yeah, side nose hoop. Yeah, some chicks do studs, but I think the nose hook or nose loop with a gold or
Oh, no,
looks
the
better.
nose hoop is nice. I like it, but I don't know which one Rico was talking about.
I'm talking about I can PTR if you want, but like big hoop earrings.
Yeah,
Yeah, on the ear.
Correct. Yeah.
yeah. That's like who's that chick from White Men Can't Jump?
Yeah, it's what's her name?
All the hot Spanish ladies, all the hot Spanish mommies, bro.
I'm still thinking about Isabel.
Yes you are. Yes you are. Don't lie.
I'm really not. I live in a state full of black women, so it's like it's everywhere.
They are spicy, like a real spicy Latina. I mean, top notch. What is spicier, a really spicy Latina or a spicy white girl? I mean, I gotta go with the Latina.
I'd go with the white girl.
I didn't know there was such a thing as a spicy white girl. That's what I see more of.
Really, you've never seen a hot blonde, just like German?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Rosie Perez. That's
Rosie Perez. Yeah, that she brought. She was the big hoop earring hoe chewing bubblegum, looking all sexy, talking like a Puerto Riqueña.
But people don't know who's Jeopardy.
That is right.
Rico, do you like Rosie Perez? What do you think?
Let me Google. I don't know.
There, if you go, I don't know if you look at pornography, but there are like some. I don't know her name. Oh God, yeah.
No, Rico definitely looks at porn.
What's that one chick's name?
Rose
Anyways, there.
Perez, she's like 60, but she looks good for 60. I'll say that. Like a lot of white women age like shit, So.
I matched with this one chick. Her first photo, she looks like she's like maybe Persian or something, like some kind of Sephardic Jew. She's 45. Her name is Aisha. And then you get to the next photo. Now she looks black, like a black woman. You get to the next photo, she is a black woman. You get to the last photo, she is an ugly black woman with painted on makeup to such a high extent. She lives in Manhattan. She's looking for marriage, wants kids, and she's 45. It's like, what are you like counting down the hours?
Yeah, like that's insane, man. It's how fucking insane, how delusional women are about like their life course. It's insane, man. It really is.
And you're asking me like, why aren't you married? Why haven't things worked out? She's like, oh, I went to law school, I focused on my career, but now I'm ready for a family. It's like, oh, really? Okay, good luck. Not with me. Not gonna happen. I have no interest. You can't even bear a child. You're 45 and you're vaccinated and you're triple boosted. Like, take care, sweetheart. Should have read the warning label.
Yeah, a lot of women really are retarded. That's,
Some of them have good fathers and mothers and siblings that like help them, de-radicalize and focus on,
yeah, I agree. I agree.
normal
I
things.
Especially if the parents are still together and
Yeah.
they have like an older sister as like a good role model kind of thing.
Yep.
100%.
There's always the outlier, or what do they call the bad person in the family, the black sheep or whatever. That's always going to happen because nobody's ever, very few family units are really happy. They always have like some toxicity in a family because very few people are really enlightened.
Do you think that's a law of nature? There's a black sheep in every family.
It's a spectrum, so by default, based on the index, like you can always describe somebody in a family as being a black sheep. There's goodies.
Now it lends perspective to somebody in particular.
Motherfucker, they're all black. Even the sheep have nicknames. Also,
Please, no hard R's. Just say the N word when I'm filming it for YouTube.
Oh man.
Don't say the V word either, or the J word, or the F word.
or the K word, or the R word,
That's right.
or the C word.
That's right.
Motherfucker, I'm gonna say all of them.
Pussy, lick, fuck, cunt, hairy bitch, suck, dick, motherfucking bitch, cunt, blah, 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 blah.
That was a Blink 182 song, wasn't it? Like shit, piss, cunt, fuck,
No.
cocksucker.
That's George Carlin.
Blink 182 is so great. Like I've been to one
Shit,
concert.
piss, cunt, fuck, cocksucker, motherfucker, sis, fuck, that's a song, right?
That's a George Carlin joke.
Yeah, I don't know that song. Rico.
I think it's a Blink 1. I'm gonna look it up right now. I haven't thought of this in like 25 years.
No, it's George Carlin.
Blink 182 concert.
It's George Carlin.
Not heard that one.
It's called like the 5 words in English you can't say or
I'll
something.
tell you, man. I'll find it for you, and you'll be.
Oh,
The other funny thing is you see these chicks that have kids and they're on these dating apps, and
Have you been to like one day Chicago before?
No.
I've never gone out with a chick that has had kids, and I haven't been like, have you thought about reconciling with the father of your children, your ex-husband? And then they often
I
say,
recommend this to them all the time. All the single moms, I always say like, get back with them, father.
yeah. And then they often say, well, we're actually not divorced yet.
Rico.
What?
I said don't start by calling them mommies.
Whatever. So yeah, I always recommend that to them. To be honest, I think they should either get back with the father of the kids, or they should date like a dad who has a kid.
Hmm.
It's a single dad. You know what I mean? They should literally like segregate those people onto like a different app altogether. To be honest, like if you have kids, like you should be forced to date other people with kids. Just segregate.
I'm sure there's a dating app for people with kids.
Whoa.
For real, it's like so annoying to like with single moms. Like I have no interest.
Yeah. I don't know what they're thinking. I know what they're thinking. They're looking to be fed. I mean, that's what it comes down to. A girl got to eat. And they're looking for short term, long term, whatever. This is like a job for a lot of these chicks. It's like, well, I just saved $200 on dinners this month.
Yeah, but Rico, you're okay with dealing with some or being with somebody who is a little older on the spectrum. I will say that.
So Randy, would you rather have a threesome with me and a hot chick, or with Michael J. Fox and a hot chick?
I don't even know who Michael J. Fox is.
I don't know. It's
This guy from back.
He's in like retarded parties.
Whoa. Not the R word.
I just saw a picture of him. Some chick on Bumble had a photo with him. He looked terrible.
I'd probably have you.
That was very mean.
I apologize to my parents. God, whatever.
I would have Michael.
He's a big Rangers fan.
I would have Michael J. Fox if he was younger, but I would rather have you.
See, that's nice, Rico. You'd rather have you than Michael.
How about that?
No, I'm talking to Adrian. He's the one who asked.
Yeah, it was a terrible question actually, because it was kind of super gay. So I regret asking the question.
Okay, what do you think is super gay?
Ooh, this chick's hot. 46. Some chicks, if they held it all together and they never gave up working out, they're still good looking, but it's very far and few between, and they do get scooped up.
Adrian, doesn't that make you feel better as like Rabbi picks you over Rico?
I agree that more than 50-year-old woman. Exactly like a porn star. She looks, what's her name? I forgot the name of that porn star, but she looks exactly like her. Identical motherfucker. Who? I met a chick, she's 42 years old, at a bar. Last time I went to a bar, I made a friend.
Wait, is this the old people bar in Ottawa?
No, it's not the same place. It's called the Heart and Crown in Little Italy.
What's wrong?
But she looks her name is Ashley Fires. Go Google Ashley Fires.
The Harvard Crown, that bar in Philadelphia. I know that bar. It's a good bar.
Hey, Adrian, are the blacks gonna go to war with the Venezuelans in Chicago?
That's what the news said. It's not like go to war. I don't know what they're beefing about, but they packed them into all these black communities.
Why are you so interested in Chicago?
I think it's a great city overall.
It's good from June 1st to Thanksgiving, and then it's all finished. Do not come to Chicago after Thanksgiving. December 1st to fucking end of May. It's like, fuck this town. So you can't go anywhere. You just stay at home and shovel the snow, go back inside, and everything is fucked up. But then...
Ashley Fires is an amazing piece of ass. Chicago has a lot of great big winners, though, like Jack Mahler, a guy.
Well, check her face. Check Ashley Fires' face. She looks exactly like that. Identical. That's like
To the girl you met?
Yeah, she's 42. fine. She's super hot, dude.
Yeah, she looks good.
Is she on Instagram?
No,
Ashley Fires.
no, just Google Ashley Fires and you'll see exactly how she looks like. There's no difference, really.
Got an amazing piece of
Cooking. She got an Instagram called Cooking with Fires. Oh damn, she's pretty hot.
Oh, she does have?
She travels. Wow, this chick really gets around. Damn,
Yeah, she's hot.
she's a hoe.
Ashley Fires.
She a hoe.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be watching her pornos today. That's right. No, but she actually does look exactly like her. So I'm like, okay, but you're 42 years old.
Jesus,
Wow.
she's
I
got
thought
like
you were
5 million Instagrams.
Yeah.
She's the youth.
Damn, she's got a lot of Instagrams.
Me about a million Instagrams too.
So I own OnlyFanvid.com, and I'm gonna like convert everything over to OnlyFanvid, and then start publishing Clubhouse and all these other live streams onto OnlyFans as well. Pay-per-view, baby. Making money in my mom's basement in my underpants. Recording online gangbangers, criminals, scam artists, morons, Democrats, Marxists, communists, fascists, terrorists. Bad ideas in general. Hello? Would you like your hair braided?
I can give you a haircut for $36.99. Hello?
I'm a subject matter expert on fucking everything. You know, one time I heard her say, who was that racist guy? Fred Ramey, the neo-Nazi? She was like, this was so funny. One time Jazzy was like, she said something like, the one thing I did learn on this app was from that fucking neo-Nazi Fred Ramey. And I started laughing. I was like, because you're a black Nazi. That's why you really liked your times, chatting with Fred Ramey. But yeah, she is who she is. I mean, I can't believe I'm even thinking about her or talking about her, but look at my PTR. That's
That says more about you.
well, I don't know, we brought it up because we were imitating her, but my time is coming to an end because I'm headed to the gym shortly. I'm just contemplating, should I, pour myself one more drink and hang out with you for 10 more minutes, or should I just drink this water here, this delicious tap water full of fluoride and chlorine?
Yeah, this 30-year-old bitch I've cycled through like 5 times on this episode. She still has to know anyway.
Yeah, motherfucker, outside drink the water.
So
Get the fuck out.
I've been putting orange juice in Miller High Life, and it's fucking amazing. It's like an orange creamsicle. I cannot drink beer anymore without orange juice. I think it tastes like shit.
Yeah, beer sucks. I'm not a big fan.
Beer does suck. Well, no, actually, it doesn't suck. It depends on what kind of beer.
That's right. There was a beer in Switzerland. There was a German beer I really liked a lot.
That's right.
It was a beer.
That's right.
That was the best beer I ever had in my life, though.
There's like a Sunday night scene. I don't know if you've ever gone, like in Chicago, there's all these promoters and stuff that do like events and things on like every night of the fucking week. But I have friends that, like own nightclubs or they're in the promotion business, and I see their stuff. And it was like last night I was tempted to go out to this event on a Sunday night. It was from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. But then I'm just like, man, it's like, I don't know, just sitting at home, like being secure and safe is like more desirable than going out on a Sunday night by myself to try to meet some fucking nightclub skank hoes that are probably doing blow and like have absolutely nothing going for them other than being hot on a Sunday night and looking like trash, looking like skanks. But I don't know, like, but the dating apps are just not where it's at. It's like having a boat, being adjacent to a bar at the beach. I mean, you have to find a groove, but I don't know. My resources are limited. I'm really fucked financially, so And I'm not saying, but that's the thing. It's like if you get laid, it's like everything is just for a day. Like if a bitch doesn't want to be with me because I don't have $1 million, well, fuck that puta piece of shit to begin with. Because she's looking for an experience. She doesn't give a fuck about me. So it's like you have if you're gonna be with a chick, she has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that she really wants to be with you. And if she can't do that, you are crazy to get married to a person. You're beyond stupid because the divorce rates are
40
real.
years, you're 40 years old. The average 40-year-old, do they have $1 million?
Oh no, absolutely. The average household in America has
The
ten
average
thousand
55
dollars.
year old makes like three. The average 55-year-old American is like 350 grand.
To go to usdebtclock.org, it says that the average family in America has like $8,900.
I think it's guaranteed by the time I'm 40. It's 100% guaranteed at least $1 million.
What's
Yeah,
wrong?
Rabbi, if not making at least like 400,000 at some point, like that would be disappointing in you.
What? No, I'm not saying income. I'm saying my net worth. I'm talking net worth.
Well, net worth is different. Net worth is like I'm assuming like you're gonna own like a property.
Are you sure net worth is different than your AGI, David?
So you should have a like Rabbi. You should have a net worth of at least 1.5 or two at some point.
By the time I'm 40, I think it's guaranteed.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
You do realize that even having a portfolio shows that you're poor because you that means that you are essentially building a digital portfolio that you cannot spend and that like you're gonna use it like do you think you're gonna use that money for an assisted living facility when you're 75? You do realize the system is so bankrupt that all these retirees and all these pensions and the social security there's nothing to back it. It's $40 trillion in debt. So what I'm trying to say is if you leave your money, let's say in a diversified portfolio or even a mutual fund, that means that you can't figure out how to spend that money in the real world on actual assets. And that's because you're stupid.
Nobody uses mutual funds.
Oh really? It's only a fucking $20 trillion a year industry. It's huge, Dave. What are you talking about?
Yeah, people do it because they're forced to.
Yeah, I would never use a mutual fund.
Hi.
I personally
Find a
don't
BlackRock
understand.
fund. That's a mutual fund.
I personally don't understand locking your money in these like tax deferred vehicles to a point like
Yeah.
30 years down the road where there's going to be like significant fiscal issues and they're going to be taxed the fuck out of people. Like I don't get that at all.
So I've actually been pulling money out of IRAs as well as TSPs or SEP IRAs because now I'm gonna have to pay taxes on it. But the point is, it's like I actually want to get my money out of the banks. I want to get my money out of the stock market, and I'm used to buying stocks and having a portfolio. But now I just see like there's no reason to just leave your money in digital pixels in stocks that you have no ownership, no vote, nothing. And only like if you have a very well diversified portfolio, I did pretty good last year. The point is, if you look at the worst performers, it's like shocking because like you're down 95%, 100 like some anyways, the point is if you don't diversify, like whoa, I mean, you really will suffer. So anyways, the guy there, I had a business mentor in college. He was worth 300 million when I started college, and then that was in 2001. And then I flew back to Charleston in 2008, and I met with him in his mega mansion on Sullivan's Island, and he was super depressed. And I was like, "What are you depressed about?" "I'm depressed." He's like, "I lost $270 million." I was like, "What?" Because Citibank in '08 went from $75 a share to $1.50 a share, and he was fully vested, only had Citibank stock. I was like, why didn't you diversify?
It's not Citibank anymore. It's
Citigroup, yeah, I know. So I was like, why didn't you diversify? He's like, they paid me in Citigroup stock. I was compensated, heavily in stock, and I was like, you didn't think about diversifying it? I was like, you're a fucking financial advisor. He's like the number two outside of, anyways. Yeah, he lost a small fortune, and I was like, he's like, I have enough money to live on. We've got plenty. We've got $30 million. He's like, but now all that money was earmarked for charity, for university, he had all these charities lined up. So he couldn't spend it, but I mean, damn, like, fuck. Yeah, I mean, if you're worth $300 million, like, the point is not to lose a penny, to just protect it and preserve it and diversify it out so it doesn't fucking disappear. And that's he was a very smart guy. He got me a job at Citibank or at Citigroup. Um, but the point is,
Why didn't you keep that job? What do you
they fired me. They eventually fired me, and then I had to go into the army. The point is, though this guy was worth $300 million, he never talked about wisdom. He talked about emotional intelligence a lot, but he never really like brought out any books and was like, check out what this says. So he was kind of just another guy who just goes with the flow and with the system and super successful. And then in the end, because he didn't diversify his intelligence and he didn't even diversify his portfolio, like he lost it all. So it's just a warning tale, you know. If you make it, it is so hard to make it, and it is so fucking easy to lose it. It can take a decade to make it, and it can take you 3 days to lose it.
That's right.
Yeah, you have to be aware of that fact, and then you will preserve years of hard labor. I mean,
Not just years, it takes generations. Like,
can take generations.
my family is wealthy from generations, not just because of them. It goes back a long way.
But the problem with generational wealth is it's like they say, it's like the aristocracy. The best thing about aristocracy is the people in the ground. Like, aristocrats are not generally good people, and you can ruin children by providing them with a trust fund. I mean, and I know people that have millions of dollars and they're still chronically depressed. So money doesn't necessarily solve the human condition because it's not human science. And when you have too much money, you can drink too much, you can eat too much, you can party too much. I mean, do you know how many fucking millionaires' kids die of cocaine overdoses because of the indulgence of the parents and not properly, maintaining a household? So, I mean, this is just life, but I'm just saying that, it's easy. It's easy to lose it all if you're not intelligent.
Well, so like my parents, like they made a point of like not giving us any edge. Like I'd work for what I have. You know, it was never given to me.
Now Cooking with Fires is showing up. Should I say, hey, do you know Randy in Montreal?
I'm not in Montreal.
Docs.
She's doing yoga in the sun.
Yoga chicks are the best chicks, dude. 100%.
I mean, so Rico met my brothers. Like he knows them, and like so you met them, right? Like they're not privileged in any way, right, Rico?
Correct. I won't reveal any info, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, Dr. Drew, the famous television doctor who treats people with drug and alcohol addiction syndromes, he says, the biggest problem with my clients is that they have money. And all these celebrities who come to these dry out facilities to work on their mental health and drug addiction, as soon as they leave, they go right back to what they're doing because they have the money to do it. He's like, I wish my patients were broke and they didn't have the money to party and to consume all these things. So I don't know. I've mixed consumption with intelligence gathering, aka books. I have hopefully not wasted my consumption completely. I mean, I went out Saturday night, I drank 3 whiskeys, and I was like, the next day, I was like, that was totally fucking waste of time.
It was. It was a total damn waste of time.
Felt, and
Should
I,
I go to a Sum 41 concert with this hot piece of Russian ass in Orlando?
dude, you might as well just like take her to the beach. Fuck these concerts, man. Just stressful environments.
Yeah, that's right.
They're like for losers, You see all these most of these people just go because they want to take selfies and like post it to their IG and be like, "Look at me, I'm accomplishing things. I travel,
That's right.
I take pictures." It's like, bitch, you just went there. You're all stressed out. Now your body feels like shit, and you just spent $1,000, to take a picture and put it on your fucking Instagram, and some sugar daddy paid for it all.
Is a concert ticket like a Gino?
No, I'm saying if you fly in, well, if you go to Lollapalooza 3 day, 4 day fest, and you got a hotel, you're looking at like $1,500 and expensive, 400, 500 for the
Lollapalooza
ticket.
is a great concert. The park, like Grand Park in the summer, dude, you can't beat it.
I know, but well, the point is, some people do it VIP, and like that's real style. Like that's very expensive.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
They have like special VIP booths, like you can buy VIP tickets for the event. They're like super expensive, but if you got the money and
Hey,
you
you
work,
just post up on your boat in the lake and just like host a party in your boat and just get the ambiance.
my boat is so tiny and my Chinese motor is a piece of shit. I don't even need to take it off the dock to get laid. Every chick I've ever banged on that boat has been at the dock where it's docked. I invite girls on my sailboat. Let's go sailing. There ain't no sailing. You can ride me in the bottom of the boat. Can we take it? Can we take it sailing? Bitch, do you know how to sail? Do you want to die? Do you want to try to wing it? You want to figure out what it's like to wing sailing? What do you think I'm a fucking captain? Captain of stabbing.
That's fine.
And a girl does not give a fuck. She wants to sit on the boat, take a selfie, give a blowjob. It's like an experience.
That is an experience.
Do they take a selfie while they're giving a blowjob?
No. They sit down on the boat. They want the background. They post it to their IG. They post it to their Snap or whatever. And then it's just like implied. It's like implicit. You're like, well, come on downstairs. Let's go hang out down there and cuddle. Okay. I just actually made love to an opera singer like a couple weeks ago.
You did?
Yeah, she's like the head of she's like a lead singer in the Chicago Symphonic Orchestra or whatever. She's a big girl. I mean, like nothing to gloat about. But she's pretty. I mean, she's pretty, but she's big. She's a fucking opera singer.
All opera singers are big.
Yeah.
Yeah, the opera singers are like big. Yeah, that's true.
So that was like a myth. That was like
I've never dated an opera. I've dated a girl who was part of a. She was a violinist. I dated one girl that was violinist.
I would love to play the violin.
I bought a violin, but the stick with the horsehair or whatever, you gotta like put this wax on there or some shit.
Dude, the horse hair. Like yeah.
I can't figure it out.
Like a great violinist, like yeah, the thing is made of horsehair.
No, but you have to like treat the horsehair, and they give you this wax, and like the wax is rock hard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck do you put rock hard anything on fucking horsehair? Like, what the fuck? I gotta heat this shit up or something to create a wax first? Like, how does this work? I haven't.
So like when I dated the violinist, like first of all, like apparently her violin was worth like a few $100,000, and the stick, the thing that's made of horsehair, like you said, like was also very expensive. I don't know how much it was worth, but.
I saw some YouTube video where they did a sound comparison from one of those like rare Stradivariuses that are worth like $1 million with like something new. And based on the audio test, the $1 million Stradivarius actually doesn't produce a sound as good as like modern manufacturing. So it's more of like a collectible. I don't think in terms of like audio quality, unless it's like part of the show, where they're like, oh, this is $1 million Stradivarius from this like, But they did actual audio tests and they proved that
She
it's
definitely didn't have a
bullshit.
Stradivarius, but she had again, like at least she told me, like her violin was worth a few $100,000, but definitely not $1 million, definitely not a Stradivarius.
Well, she said it, so it must be true, right, David?
Maybe she was from a wealthy family or something.
Well, wealth is subjective.
It is
No,
subjective.
she's from a wealthy family, but not super wealthy.
You know, I can't stand hearing people on Clown House use the word, well, that's like objective, right? Or that's like subjective, right? I hate hearing people say subjective, objective. It's like, let's just fucking say what you want to say.
What's up, Robbie? Haba.
What's up?
كيف حالك حبيبي؟
Sierra, Sierra, Khamsi, Khamse, Sierra.
وين محطة الحجاز؟
I don't speak Arabic. I have a lot of Arabic neighbors.
Oh لا لا أنا بعرف شوي عربي.
Shukran, shukran, Habibti.
حبيبتي.
Habibti, what are you doing now? Anyway, Rabbi, I was in a room with a guy called Yusuf. We don't know why. Have you spoken to him sometime?
Yeah, he's retarded.
You know what he's talking about? He started talking about, if you went there, this guy was twisting scripture, bro.
Yeah, he's actually retarded.
Yeah. Hebrew root, I guess, yeah? Or Hebrew Israelite or something,
Like, yeah,
So, what are you guys talking about?
nothing. We're wasting our time with Adrian.
Adrian! Yeah, I thought it's crazy. But, Rabbi, what would you do if somebody told you this? For example, you meet Protestants, yeah, and they tell you, you only need the Bible. And you tell them that, but what would you say to them? I know the answer, but you know the answer as well. But what would you tell them if they don't care? What
So you're wasting your time with Joseph. The guy's actually a cult leader, man. I wouldn't tell him anything. I would just leave. I blocked him.
Yeah, actually, I was stupid enough to actually start a conversation with this guy. I was.
Wait, are you talking about Joseph Refuccio?
Yeah, I think he is.
I haven't seen him on here in a while. He's a hardcore he's a hardcore fucking psychopath. He has like actual women like live-in women slaves. He's intense crazy.
You know,
Coming from you, that's super rich.
you know what the thing is? When people that have this, when this has this, I don't know about him if he has women slave, but there is men that are, and they have this certain aura, yeah.
Aura.
Women that have been sexually abused as children, they flock into certain people, yeah. If you used to have in Sweden this guy that used to spank women, it's like old school spanking. They're like 30s, takes out the trousers and spank them back home with a stick. On their body. And they're flocking to him somewhere.
That would be funny.
Adrian would be like an Ottoman sultan with like a bunch of concubines everywhere that like bathe you, like give you a hand job while they're bathing you.
It just you'd have to go through the experience to like really know if that's what you enjoy or like because it can get complicated just like having multiple relationships. Simplicity, because that's the thing about an orgasm. It's like once you bust a nut, you're just like, whew, that's out of my system. So it's like then you want peace and you want, luxury and you don't want stress and you don't want to have to take care of somebody and feed a girl. So it's like, if you're just a bachelor, controlling the environment is really what you're looking for. You're not looking for chaos agents to like plague your life, to like strip you down. So, being in control of your environment is how you stay ahead of the curve and stay ahead of the game because you don't want these chicks to control your environment. You want to control the environment.
Yeah, I've lived with a woman before where it can get bad.
You have to let a lot go, but like before you live with a chick, you have to know that chick in and out, personality wise. Like if you could get her on Clown House and like listen to her and talk to her and have her fully expose her identity, then it's like safe to go in if you know she's not a horribly toxic person. But you can get wrapped up in sex, especially if you use drugs with a person. It's very, I smoke a lot of cannabis and drink, but what I'm trying to say is if you engage in that behavior with a woman, like you're still not getting into her psyche. She's not thoroughly revealing her piggishness or her disgusting behaviors. So, it's hard to crack a fortune cookie and like get that truth out of her. Most people are not transparent. So, it's a dangerous proposition to go into a relationship with a woman and you have no visibility, no insight.
I don't
So
really understand. Adrian, I really don't understand what you're saying. Are you talking about like to know if a woman is real in a relationship or a slut?
I'm trying to
To know
just
if
say
she's a
like
slut.
it's hard. Well, you can get lost with a slut because then you disregard character. And so many sluts have no character, but you're still, enticed with a slut. So I'm just saying it would be nice if you could get a hot slut with character.
All you gotta do is look at her behavior when you're not looking. That's right. Here we go, trying the best.
That's right. I had a girl like that once, so I fucked it up though.
Look at her behavior on social media. Just look at her behavior when you're not around. That's how you can tell if she's really a slut or not. That's right.
Yeah,
Not that Johnny doesn't like
the,
sluts, right?
the social media is
Johnny,
the first step to determining that.
Johnny, you should write a book on pimping bitches.
Yeah, man, this motherfucker doesn't try. He black. I can type, motherfucker. Huh? I don't need to write no more. I can type.
Johnny, what's the tell from the girl's Instagram that she's a cute slut?
Her inbox. You talking about pictures, though? They can hide it real well. It's hard for me to say. I'll say you have to look at the story, really, because they don't post pictures like they used to. They put everything in their fucking stories now. I've noticed. They stop posting. Well, the young ones do. They stop posting pictures.
What does a slutty woman post in her story?
I'll say clubs, bro. In clubs and bars and shit. And that and her around a lot of guys. Like if you see her in poses with different guys, and she calls them her friends. When in reality, you know what they really are. Like clapping her ass. Yeah. So, he's just a friend.
I knew a girl like in college like that named Sabina. She always had like all these guy friends. I was taken back by her.
Yeah. But it's the dynamic has changed. Now you gotta watch out for women and men. So yeah, that's kind of hard. Why? Because of all the faggots. Yeah, women are gay. They're more open to it. I mean, women are always women. I feel like women are naturally gay, but it's the lesbian women, the bi women have become very predatory more than men. Can you blame them? No, but I mean they have more of an advantage. I never heard a girl say a guy. I mean, I never heard a girl say another girl raped her. That's for sure. Have you? Yeah, actually, well, not raped, but well, we know statistically speaking that they're much more, the lesbian couples are the most abusive, actually.
was mentioning the risk of divorce earlier. That was concurrent. But
I don't know why marriage is valued now. It shouldn't be as valued now. There's no benefits of being married anymore.
Does there need to be a benefit? Motherfucker.
Yeah, tax. It used to be a tax benefit. What else? I mean, you had your children was raised better. It was a more stable environment for your children.
Well, not that we care about that. Nobody cares about no children.
I mean, marriage was a benefit. I mean, it kept a lot of people together, even if it was a toxic marriage. I mean, motherfuckers still want to divorce each other because they want to stay married. Now, divorce is a trend, or it's a benefit more for the woman because she gets more benefits from fucking leaving your ass than staying.
that's right. That's right.
Here's the thing, when it goes to lesbian or gay people, so it's whatever transgender, marriage is not marriage. That's it's not true marriage. It's not you. I mean, I get you what people are saying, but for me, a marriage is what God wanted us to do. We have married one with the opposite sex.
It's more. It's more for
I think you gotta blame Obama. Fuck it.
No, you blame them porn industry.
Yeah, I mean, you can blame the porn industry because the porn industry, in some way, especially us men that likes, because it is in some way has many men's dream to have a woman, a bunch of women, and be part of that party, you know. But it's still sodomy, It's still
I want to see two bitches eat pussy. I wouldn't, I would watch them. And fuck one bitch while she eat the other one pussy. But I'm saying it would be more of a fun thing. I wouldn't want it to be a relationship. That's what I'm saying. I would.
Reminds me of a scene from that HBO show Entourage where Nicky Rubenstein has two smokes on his front patio in the Hollywood Hills. And they're making out naked.
Yeah, I mean, I think guys would want that, but I don't think we will. It's more like a fantasy. I don't think guys would progress into a relationship.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Why not?
I mean, I wouldn't want my bitch getting in a relationship with another bitch. I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I agree in that context.
I wouldn't.
Having fun.
Yeah, it's happening. I mean, unless you want to do some polygamy shit.
What's wrong with Mormons?
I'm not against it. It's just more so I just feel like it's never gonna work. When two women in a household that's competing for a man's attention never works.
Well, what if they never loved him?
What you mean by that?
I mean, if they never loved you, then they're not competing for you. Then it doesn't matter.
Then why the fuck are they there?
Because they have to. Because they can't choose who they get married to.
I've heard stories of sister wives poisoning the kids of the other wives. Is that real? No.
I'm just telling
First
you.
of all, I would never have a skag, for example. For example, if I wasn't married, I marry a woman and she wants to be another slut that slick somebody's pussy, leave on up effing her, then why would I even marry her? Somebody who wants to still experimenting, if that's the case, and wants to get some STDs. Because in the end, it will end up that somebody gets something down there, oh shit,
Women, I don't think women really can get. I mean, I don't think women get STDs as easily as we do.
It's the opposite. They get it easier.
I don't know.
No, the urethra is like a small hole. It's hard to get STDs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's the man who gives it because of our. Because when men gives it to men, I was reading something about AIDS. Is that when you have sex with a woman, you still get free seed. That thing. That thing can still gives. This is something that gives the disease continues. It's like linings of the anus, which make it breaks the blood barrier, so it's easily for any STDs or any disease to get into your bloodstream. Now, as for a woman, it's built for stuff to go up her pussy, so when you fuck it, it's not easily torn. And also the, the what they call the fluid, it has some antibodies in it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not that, but because they can still get STDs. But that's why homosexuals get STDs quicker than HIV because the anus tears and it bleeds.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with a little bit of theory?
I mean, it opens the blood barrier for shit to get in your bloodstream. Shit. I mean,
No, well, what's wrong with that?
if you want disease, guess nothing. I don't know. And by the way, it's not me in the picture. It's I make people think this.
Oh, we know how to look like, motherfucker.
They all think this really is me. But I've noticed that with most lesbian women and homosexuals, it's always some trauma in their childhood that pushes them. Now, some, it's not, but most of it, it's always some trauma in their childhood that makes them gay.
Trauma makes you gay.
Yeah, it does. When you're young, I mean, it makes you hate. Like if a guy raped you when you're a female, when you're a child, you're gonna grow up to hate men, and you're gonna think women are safer. I've had plenty of women that I've met that told me that the only reason why they were gay is because one, they didn't want to get pregnant, and two, it was safer. I've had a couple women say that to me.
Yeah, so she's probably been raped or something.
Yes, she said it was safer. But like I say, if you're the right man, she will break and come back over. You have to fit certain parameters. I don't think women stay gay unless they really are fucked up in the head. Now,
I
as for
think
men,
I think you're correct about that thing. I think, and here's the thing, a lot of people are forgetting that childhood trauma from an uncle and neighbors. Let's say you have a child, you have a daughter, let's say, or a son. But we say daughters now, for example, and she's going to her bestie's house since they were like 6 years old, and she sleep over, and then comes her father and molests this neighbor's daughter. Yeah, this is quite normal. Not normal. This is quite what I think. I guess we can stupid scenario. Yeah, those things, and this is her bestie since she was like 3 years old. It becomes normalized. Yeah, like what the heck's happened? Somebody touched me, down there. What is this? And I think this is the problem where I think this transgender, tranny, what you call it, sexuals. I think that's something. Yeah, transsexual. I think the same thing there. That there's something in their childhood that made this.
yeah, but I feel that you can correct anything. But only with men, I think it's harder for men to correct homosexuality because, I mean, once you go over there to that side, you're sucking dick and getting fucked in your ass. I don't really think you can come back from that.
Yeah, I can't imagine wanting to do that.
I don't know if they can come back. I mean, how the fuck could you come back from getting fucked in the ass? You're gonna remember that for the rest of your life. Now, if you did some gay shit when you were a child, I don't think that counts because I mean, you really didn't know what the fuck you were doing. But now, when you get up in age, like I'll even say 50, you get up there, you kind of know if you want pussy or dick. I'll say 16.
I think that said that when you look, I was reading not about like children and sexualities. That's very that's sexuality is something that's we are having, but it doesn't really are in the same way as we look at it. Yeah. said, but there was something like, oh, I like this, and then like experiment when you were like preschool, like, can you show mine? I show mine, you show yours. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's not gay because
Yeah.
they don't know. They don't know yet.
not just gay stuff. I'm not talking about just gay. I'm talking about in general. Like, children are curious when they let's say that today it's much easier to be more curious because they see two guys literally are kissing each other on the stage today. Yeah. So back in the 80s when I was a kid, it was more like like oh shit, can I see yours? And they're like, whoops, fast and show and they pick it up, and then you do the same thing. Look at this. What is that? What does it look like?
funny coming from your mouth.
But you know what I mean? Like, what's that thing? I haven't what is that? Like, but you get my point? Kids are curious.
I'm just thinking of Borat when I hear.
Oh yeah.
Now,
When
the
when they
silence
were
around it is
wrestling.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I can't help but wonder,
boys too.
why didn't
I
law
just can't
enforcement
stop thinking
officials
about
arrest the
Oh,
shooter before the speech?
That's my sister. She's my wife. Something like that.
Yeah, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Like children, they don't really can grasp what they're doing. It's just more out of curiosity, playing around until you grow up, and you're like, damn, I really did that gay shit. That's what I was saying. When you're a kid, you really don't know what the fuck you're doing. But in your teenage years, that's when you really start to realize, not totally your sexuality, but you start to explore that this is sex. That's like this. Because I was getting head when I was 14, so.
You were giving head when you were 14?
No, I said I was getting head from a girl when I was 14. That was my first sexual experience. But I ain't getting no pussy until I was 18.
But bro, isn't it crazy when you're because back in I may be a little bit older than some of you guys here, but if you look at how sick things have become, like giving head was something that let's say back in the days where some of people got when they were like maybe in the 20s, like when they went off the army, when they went to a whore place, like they went. I'm saying like you guys are here from the states, yeah, like they went to Vietnam or they get a DJ from somewhere, but DJ was quite rare. Some way, maybe get a hand job. Yeah, you get my point. This is a new kind of.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I just feel like that's not a taboo thing. I get it back then it was, but now I don't think.
Studying that
I
only
think it's
20%
blown out of
of our
proportion
schools
to be
have
taboo.
librarians and
If you look
librarians.
at in the African culture,
He's got to have a better idea of how to envision
they're taught that
our
you
school
get cancer.
district. And
You get cancer from getting head or giving head.
If you're gonna be honest, actually, even if it's one of the most common things that Christian couples does probably together is maybe DJ and hand job as well, vice versa. Still, what a lot of other Christians do. What a lot of no, sorry, am I still here? No, so what I'm saying is that sodomy is not just, of course, do it back in the not everywhere in the lana. But when it comes to today, people that are couples, that especially when I spoke to, here's the thing, I've been with women, I've done a lot of things with them, and everything we shouldn't do when I was younger, and didn't really think about what it is. But when it comes to certain things, even couples do things that are actually concerning to the faith in Christ and sin.
Well, I'm not very religious, so I have my own God. I pray to. But
Can I ask you, where are you from in the States? Are you from like East Coast or West Coast?
I'm in the South,
South.
Texas.
South.
Yeah, Texas.
Texas. Oh, yeah, okay. Texas. That's a hard place. I mean,
Not really. I mean, everything's kind of spread out. I wouldn't say it's.
But can I ask you, guess it's because they don't have the death row.
No, it's horrible because all they do is fucking kill each other over a block that they don't fucking own. They shoot and kill each other every 5
It's
minutes
cutting it
because
only
it's the
20%.
in thing to do because of fucking rap music tells them that they're supposed to kill their ops and they're supposed to tote guns around and fucking defend a block. But yet, when the Mexican gangs come in and fucking take over that block, they're not shooting and killing them though. Let's let one of their buddies that live a block down the road come in and fucking try to do it. They'll kill them. But they let these Mexican gangs come in and take over their whole fucking block, but they won't shoot them. That's how fucking stupid black people are sometimes.
I think that I think the U.S. should have a type of order again when it comes to those street wars, whatever. We have the same problem in Sweden today that young kids shooting each other headshot. You don't anymore shoot like always on the body. Try to
Oh, so y'all having that problem? Huh?
Oh yeah, they go in like a scooter, come close to the guy off, the guy found in his head. Yeah, they don't see an empty shot. You can't see shit like
It's not like they can't go into a store and buy the gun legal. They get guns, get bodies off the street. The only thing I can see is cheaper.
Hey.
Maybe it's cheaper
Be
to buy
okay.
off the street than
Nothing second. Maybe some other time.
I'll take it.
Destroy them all! Mikey, just stop me! No, he's biting our little bitches.
Oh my God, I love your skirt. Where did you get it? It was my mom's in the Ace. Vintage. So,
Hey, I think you have something on your tongue. Show it to me. I can't possibly look that fast. You gotta keep your mouth open. Stop.
I mean, the mom been
Bigger than the sleep.
yeah, I know that, but in Sweden, the street gangs, we had a problem with the gang because they used to use this cryptic phone app, and they also used to have a phone that was specialized that they couldn't trace the phone and so on from some
One time I was just sitting, and I was just thinking, because I remember I kind of dug down the rabbit hole of the African culture, and I was just seeing how great we were as Africans, and I just was wondering how did we allow the white man to conquer us if we're so great at everything that we do? I mean, we're better at a lot of things than most of the white people. How did we get conquered? So, I said, fuck it, let me ask OpenAI, and they gave me a lot of scenarios of what really happened, and it made a lot of sense, They kind of pinned us against each other, and they took advantage of our enemies. So, let's say this tribe was beefing with that tribe, they kind of played both sides to get us to fight among each other, to kind of take advantage of that to kind of, I was like, they kind of do that in America too, they pin us against each other. So, and also they named technology as a way, because man, we had kind of sticks and spears and shit when they had guns, but then again, we were kind of advanced to get guns too.
Yeah, when it comes to the Africa, we need to remember Africa, number one, is a very big country. Like, it's extremely big. Compared to the US, Europe, in Africa, plus extra. Yeah. So when you look at it after
it comes to the U.S., I don't know, to Africa, number one, you have, if you go to Africa, there is Asian, African people, black, that have more Asian features in their eyes, yeah? You have other places where you can see different groups among themselves, among Africans. Yeah? And not only that, I'm Greek. In the early civilization, back in the, let's say, like there is this statue where you can find an Afro-Asian person and a Greek person. Like on one statue, one face here, and then the other side is a Greek face, like or Hellenic, yeah, ancient. And they were always having communication businesses together.
You might not want to vote for shot fighter because you say it doesn't work. Well,
But
the
in the
people
northern
that
part
live
of
in
Africa
the
has
probably the
always
50th
been
ward
very
don't have to worry
low
about
intensity.
the 24th.
Always. It's like
You don't have-
because we can call
How
the
do you
northern
know
parts of
if you're landing
Africa,
your big?
Middle East, like to the Mediterranean, like northern parts, like always bordering the Mediterranean Sea. Southern Europe bordering the Mediterranean Sea, and then you have like where Palestine, Israel, and yeah, that's like those areas we can call it its own continent in some way as well, because that was like the very active area by humans. So North Africa, South Europe, and Middle East was like a melting point. Fight each other, kill each other, conquer each other, became different. Like you had, it was quite that tiny part of the world has become like one of the most active places in the world historically.
Yeah, I need to start grasping that sometimes because sometimes you can kind of ignore that Africa isn't just for Africans. You know, it's different labels of African. Like people in the Middle East, they're in Africa, and they're African, but they're not like black people. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, they're not black people. They're not.
We're not African. We're in West Asia.
I mean, I look at the map. I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. But yeah,
North Africans. You're referring to the North Africans.
yeah,
They're not black.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. They're not black. So sometimes you can get lost and think that Africans are just black, but not all Africans. Man, not all people in Africa are black people. Yeah, that's what you can have people but Asians are kind of
That
taking over
would be
Africa.
like
They're kind of
one more question.
taking over
You talked
China.
just now about
They're
the need
taking over
to get technology that helps with response. That's something that aldermen on both sides of today's vote talked about. Why isn't that already in place for September 23rd?
There's an entire process. It takes, listen, relax, Jay, hold on. I promise you, I'm going to talk and then you can come right back. Promise. Over the last several months, we've been working through a process. It's new.
Yeah, let's go with that.
When this detection, within a quotation, was put forward, guess what? There was no process. We're doing it differently. We are. And some things take time when you're doing it right. We're going to do it right. Alders will get a chance to experience a brief. And
that can backfire, though. That can backfire, though.
Could backfire, but at least they're doing it. So
Yeah, I mean, because didn't the British do that?
no, they did not do that.
I mean, they did it in South Africa.
Africa is mostly French, not English, and the French didn't invest in their colonies at all. They actually had extractive policies. So I use and abuse the local population as much and as quick as possible. Let's get all we need and let's get the fuck out of here. That's their mentality. So they didn't really do anything of value. The English did, but not in Africa. Africa, no one invested in it really. No. But the Americans are pissed because they're not really building infrastructure in Africa. And they're like pissed about China doing that, and then
Overall, the Russians
well,
so overall, Western society is far away. I wouldn't describe it.
Western society.
Yeah.
I think every society is horrible, including Western society.
I think it's the more worse. I mean, 'cause Muslims can be kind of messed up, but I like the morals of Muslims when it comes to women. I don't agree on that. Mine is to, cut the woman clit off and shit like that. If you talk about the women's right to them, here's the thing, this is what I even did in Africa. If you look at historically, you have the Arab slavery in Africa. It was a longer slavery. It still exists even today, still in Africa, by the Muslims. And they also had, when they, like north of, like where the Arab reached, like somewhere around Ethiopia, they cut into men's, like what's the name in African men, black men's. Also rape their women, made them as concubines, and that's why you have a lot of Muslims. And here's also what they did for the women, for the liberty of women. For example, if let's say you and me, let's say we are friends, literally like friends in the real life. Say we're seeing each other, we're black and white, but we are like, we are more like Chris, we're bad, that's when we're kids, something like that. And one day they knock on the door, they say, Roberto died. They said, no, get that out of here. And they take me and you, beat us up. Meanwhile, they do that, there were some of the guys raping our women, and then the guy said, this is my wife now. She's like, what? I have shit, why? This is my husband, what are you doing? If my right hand was this, it's what's mine. So when it comes to their women's right, they don't have better rights than us, when it comes to Christian people, The only difference. One thing I think all men need to understand: a woman can always get whatever she wants. No matter how much that she's so-called, what's the word I'm looking for? Where she can't do what she wants, as she says, she can do whatever the fuck she wants. A woman can get away with anything if you let her. Yeah, but here's the thing: women's rights today is because of we men have given them that. Yeah. That right can be taken away. No, it can't anymore, because think about it, feminism has really taken over society. Yes, but you're forgetting something. I'm not talking about like with election. I'm talking about like it needs a war. After a war, those rights is directly disappear. When it's a war, there's no more like, you know how much rape going on in the war. I mean, we are adults enough to be logical. But when it comes to sexual abuse during war, women wants to have a protection directly when it's war, unless they have trained, unless some of the women are like trained military, yeah. But when we talk about in generalization, when there is the nuclear blast, let's say Russia drops the first bomb somewhere in the West, yeah, because of the West have been pushing them so many years now, and they're like, screw this. I'm not saying that's stupid to do, but let's say that they do that. USA will react with a nuclear blast, but they will continue. And our technology will come back to stone and stick. Even Einstein says he knows what's gonna. He doesn't want to know the Third World War, how it's gonna play out, but he do know the fourth is gonna be with stone and stick. That means that we're gonna destroy ourselves. Yeah, I think China will do it. I think China's gonna do it first. I don't think Russia will. They maybe do it, but I'm saying that once you have a nuclear blast and war, that's basically what you're basically saying. You're summing up the nature always. Everything returns back to the normal, the way it used to be in the beginning. I feel like because I think the modern society kind of fucking changed the whole gender roles. But if you can change it back in a way, it will happen. You just need a big enough event to do it. And a nuclear holocaust definitely would.
Oh, I love the Holocaust.
also another pandemic. I think that even though I don't want another one, cause fucking I thought I wasn't gonna never catch COVID, cause I always did every fucking thing not to, and I ended up still fucking getting it.
Well, did you get vaccinated?
No, I'm not taking that shit.
They didn't do everything.
No, back then they didn't have the vaccine.
That's right.
In the beginning, they didn't have a vaccine. You forgot.
You should have gotten the vaccine, Pfizer.
Oh, you shoved that shit up your ass. I'm not.
I'm not gonna take it, but I'm invested in Pfizer, so. You should have taken it.
I'm not taking that shit. I mean, I'll take it years from now when they actually fucking sit down.
Yeah, you're gonna wait 50 years.
Yeah.
That's right. No, I'm not gonna take any of that shit. I'm done. I'm officially anti-vax.
I'm not anti-vax because I take the essentials. Like, I take tetanus, HPV, shit like that.
Yeah, but at this point I am anti-vax. Like, if you tell me there's a vaccine for this and that, I'm gonna tell you fuck no.
Yeah, now modern vaccines, like, I think you should get, like, tetanus. You should get that fucking shit. Polio, shit like that. Even though it's eradicated measles, I mean, you still need to get those vaccines.
I already have those.
Yeah, those are essential vaccines, but this new shit, like, they have a vaccine for pneumonia now.
Well, there was an AstraZeneca vaccine for cancer. Or they were trying to use the mRNA technology for cancer. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna take it.
I have too many matches on this shit, bro. I have so many matches on here, I can't even keep them.
Why do you have so many matches? Motherfucker.
Because I'm handsome. And I got AI to write my bio. I also asked AI to pick the best picture of me. AI's a motherfucker. Here we go, a fucking faggot. What is your issue? Bro, I was just picking at you. I wanted you to come up and say something. Okay.
Be nice to Johnny.
Hi. How y'all doing?
We're doing amazing.
Good.
You have to be nice to Johnny Hampton.
I didn't know this was Johnny. Once I heard this voice, I was like, oh, okay. I know who this guy is. Oh, no, I got a troll picture. But you changed your name. Oh, yeah, because it was this one faggot. I'm not talking about literally faggot like you, but. Oh, shit. Did you just move? Oh.
Bro, I
lost his mod.
I surrendered the room to Johnny. This is Johnny's room.
Lord, why'd you do that? It's not my room, bro. It's your room. Oh, my God.
It's my...
It's not my room. But no, it was this guy, right? It was this younger guy. Now, their generation is very fucking weird.
gonna make it up. He's gonna make fake text messages, and he's gonna do that. So then he did that, and he was going in every room doing it. So I was like, every time I would try to defend myself and say, hey, I didn't do that, people didn't believe me. So I was like, well, let me just change my. Because he was like, oh, you text her on this app. And I'm explaining to him, you can't text on this app. How can you text on this app? You can't. So he then switched it up and said, oh, well, it was in the beginning where you could.
You can text on this app.
How?
Like this. I'll do it right now. I'm good. How are you?
How you doing? What you doing?
They were waiting on you to show us.
I'm just watching some Sopranos, and then I'm gonna pray and go to sleep. Go to work tomorrow.
Oh, like, how do you pray? Like, how?
The Divine Office.
I mean, like, you get on your knees and shit like that.
No, I just sit in my bed.
But I thought you were a Muslim person.
No.
So, like, how you, like, how you say the name of your God first, or,
Yeah. So the Divine Office is it's like a official liturgy for daily prayer of the church. And so it changes day to day. And there's 5 different prayers a day.
Oh, okay. So, like, have your prayers been answered and stuff sometimes?
Yeah, I think they have.
Oh, okay. That's good, bro. You're doing great.
Yeah, you tap into that divine relationship. You can really.
What's your religion anyway? What is it?
Catholicism.
I don't know what that is.
Christianity.
Oh. So, what you gonna do now?
Just shoot this shit with you guys.
Oh. Oh, shit. He said, ooh, you're so handsome, and she fine as fuck.
Rabbi, do you know much about buying houses?
Not so much, although I'm gonna buy shit next year. Why?
Bro, when you got a girl, you be feeling so bad, like, damn, I shouldn't be doing this, but then
Man, honestly, I'm thinking instead of buying a fucking house to rent out, I'd rather fucking buy real estate ETFs. And they pay a shit ton of dividends. Like a shit ton.
I mean, do Airbnb, bro.
Well, I want to live in the house, but I'm just wondering if I should put a bigger down payment because the interest rates are so high.
How about this? How old are you?
Yeah, definitely put a bigger down payment so that you don't need to get insurance on your loan.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
I mean, think about it. That's a 30-year mortgage. You're gonna be 60.
Yeah.
You finish paying.
Well, I can pay it off early.
Yeah. But you got kids and shit? I mean, you gotta give it to somebody.
No, I don't have kids. I'm gonna give it to a rabbi when I die.
Yeah, you gotta have someone to give it to. My father gave me his house when he died.
Yeah. No, I don't have any kids. Maybe one day, but not anytime soon.
God damn, one day, man, you in your 30s, you don't think? Well, I had my kid when I was 30, so. Well, I was 29, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe in the next, 5 years, 6 years.
I mean, this whole propaganda thing going around that you shouldn't have kids and you have to look at life, you never can afford a kid when you first get it. I mean, come on, that's just true. I mean, when you were born, I'm pretty sure your motherfucking mother and father couldn't afford you when you were born.
They still can't afford me.
No, so I don't know why this. I don't know why this whole propaganda is being pushed. It sounds like population control, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you can afford a kid because you never know how much that kid is gonna cost. I mean, come on, it can come out retarded, you know. I mean, anything can happen, you know.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to have a kid unless I had like $1 million trust fund for them.
They always say rich people are lucky. You gotta get lucky to be rich. That's what they say.
Well, it's kind of fucked up to be like thrown into the world. I don't know. I just like, I don't know. There's a balance of things, but like, I don't know. I always felt like it's kind of fucked up to have kids and then like not. I mean, if you have a family business or something that they can join, then I think that's good. But like, if you don't, I don't know.
Well, I'll say this. My parents had help, meaning grandparents. You know, and that's family is supposed to help you when you have kids. You know, that makes it a lot easier. So if you have a mother and father, of course your mother and father is gonna help you with raising your child. So say something happens, you can always fall back on your grandparents. That's what they were usually there for. You know, but I don't think that really. I mean, it still works in society, but a lot of people don't have that because everybody's fucking broke. It usually be your grandparents used to have some money, at least you can fall back on them. But it's hard when everybody's fucking broke. Even your
My parents moved out here to the West Coast, and so like I don't really even know my extended family very well.
Give it 50 years, motherfucker, and the grandparents at that time will give nothing.
Pretty much, they won't have shit.
I'll probably give a lot to my children or maybe my nieces. I have 2 nieces.
Oh, vote for Kamala Harris.
Fuck that bitch. She's gonna be president, bro. It's gonna be hard.
I don't.
Right.
I think
We're gonna do it right. Alders will get a chance to experience a brief, and there'll be a very robust opportunity for us to come to a conclusion.
What do you think's a reasonable timeline? It's already been, what, 7 months?
You can't tell a fucking black woman that because she looks black. So.
Right. When they were
A reasonable timeline is to do it right.
you heard about that?
To do it right. I'm gonna do it right.
She said like,
Hi,
oh,
Mary.
I didn't know she was black. I heard her dad was.
One more question. You talked just now about the need to get technology that helps.
Oh no! But then her manager came out and like issued an apology, but then it wasn't authorized, so Janet fired the manager. Yeah, and said she never issued any apology afterwards. So that's kind of
I
like.
mean, Janet's pretty fucking over with her career right now. She's pretty okay. I don't think she.
Yeah, she don't really need to do none of that. And the thing is, she's very big on apologies. Like when the Super Bowl thing happened and she exposed her boob, like she went on like and did a public apology like pre-recorded, but then they wanted her to go in front of CBS and like basically grovel to the CEO. And Justin Timberlake did that, and that's why he was able to perform at the Grammys. But Janet was like, no, I'm not.
I think that shit was staged though. I mean.
It was. They were trying to. Well, maybe it was staged. Like I don't know if they wanted to pull the whole thing out to expose her nipple like that. I don't know. Maybe
I think it was staged just like that Will Smith shit. I don't believe that stuff was real.
You don't think that shit was real?
No, I don't feel like it. I mean, maybe it was to a certain extent, but it was so like corny. Like I mean, it was. I don't know.
Will Smith is corny.
I mean, it didn't feel like. It didn't feel like. It felt like he didn't want to slap him, but he was in the moment. Like, okay, I'm gonna.
He was trying to like impress his wife. Like,
I'm gonna protect you. I know it just didn't feel. I don't know.
Hampton, Hampton, how long have you been doing
So
YouTube?
you're putting out about 4 videos per week. And you're getting like 20K views per video.
Yeah, usually, or sometimes it's higher.
Hampton, how long have you been doing YouTube? Because I looked at like your start date. You've been doing this forever.
No, that's when I made my account in 2015. I didn't actually start uploading until 2021.
Oh wow.
I took a break, and then I started uploading in 2022 again, and I got monetized in January of 2023, and then I basically started.
Why do you only do the one show? Why don't you create like other original content?
Definitely making over I'm making over $1,000 a month.
Yeah, can we mute Adrian?
Okay, sorry, Luke. Go ahead.
That's Adrian.
Oh, I would guess you're making between $1,000 and $1,600 per month.
I mean, but
Yeah,
AdSense
definitely
not
make more
really
than
paying.
that.
I heard AdSense not paying like it used to.
Just with the YouTube revenue, not like any sponsorships or anything.
Right. No, it's definitely more than 1,600. Yeah.
Unless you're doing like live, then you get super chats and shit. You doing that?
No, I don't go live. People want me to go live, but I don't. I'm nervous.
Bro, you come here on Clown House and talk for years. What's the difference?
Super chat shit.
I probably could. I can make probably a lot more money going live.
Dude, get in a Speedo, create an OnlyFans. You'll probably be a fucking millionaire by Tuesday.
I can't imagine well, I guess some of your videos get more than 20K views, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of them do. I had one couple more a month ago have over 100K.
You should create a YouTube video called "Gay Men on YouTube for
You can
Trump."
social blade me. Go on Social Blade and type in Henry Spears, and you can see what's going on. But I will
let me
say,
ask you this: what is your channel focus? You know what I'm saying? What do you do?
Zeus Network.
Ain't that shit like whack 100 shit? Like,
I don't cover White Hunter. I know he has he's affiliated with Blueface and Krishan, but I don't cover him. I cover baddies.
yeah, I
And,
thought
like,
you was with that shit though.
I know he has a connection with Krishan. But yeah, I cover baddies, bad boys.
In diaspora. We got a little taste of it yesterday. I don't know if you're in the room. It was an absolute firestorm. Soren was there, and you could see all the different ideologies battling against one another. We have a very disorganized, discombobulated diaspora. We don't know what color our umbrella is. And then this diaspora, unfortunately, wants to mobilize and cannot seem to galvanize itself into one singular solitary movement to uproot and upend this miserable regime. So yeah, there's this. They say that the next leader of Iran is in those prisons. Okay, well that's very true. They have some of the world's most famous prisons right now. And probably the leader, like Nelson Mandela, is perhaps sitting in those prisons. We don't know. But the people that you see outside, these are Philistines or charlatans. Except for, I honestly have to say, I can know guy, and there's a lot of people that support him.
I think he's cool.
Wait, guys. Sherry, no, hold on just one second. I promise, and I'll shut the fuck up right after this. Yo, Soren, you piece of shit. Right? That's not what you wrote in the text. I see. Somebody just sent me screenshots of what you wrote. Right? So don't play the fucking victim here. When you put his name, his address, where he works, and his email address and his telephone number. That's not Wikipedia, you fucking moron. You think you're smarter than everybody else? But you're not as smart as everybody on this stage. You're a piece of shit. I'm sorry, guys. I had to say that. Normally, we'll hand it back to you, Cherry.
Thank you.
My fault.
No, that's all right. I didn't realize I don't know what you guys were talking about. So I just heard that one thing Soren said. But
He loses it. He's not an okay guy, Cherry. He gets more and more unraveled. He sits quietly, and he comes out with this really, really toxic bile about Jews. He gets very personal. He gets sexual. He does a lot of weird sexual stuff.
I can tell you something honestly. His English is good enough so that he can come into the English-speaking rooms, but the people that have more sympathizing views towards the regime, you should see them in the Persian rooms. It's like the hair on the back of your neck stands up. I swear to God, they're so frightening. When they talk about how Islam is going to go to Spain and revive the Andalusian culture back to its golden years of glory, I'm not kidding you. They're actually talking about how Islam will conquer the world again. You can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you. But a lot of it is an indoctrination, and it's a kind of indoctrination that we've not seen in the West. And I'm not talking about Soren because I don't know Soren, but if I understand enough about Soren, I've seen like Soren a lot, and they're a lot worse. They actually don't even have a remotely a democratic way of even speaking to people. They're very militant, yeah, and they're very belligerent and mean, and they are not nice to women at all. They're actually very demeaning. But that's because they were raised in that regime. That's because they were raised in a theocracy. So,
well, at least you know where they stand. I mean, with Soren, he's all over the map, and double talks and gaslights, and you heard it. You heard it.
He's pretty straightforward. He wants us all dead. He hates us. He says it straight out. He'll play the game and say, but there was a child that got a scratch when you were trying not to have your country blown up. But he's pretty straightforward. He hates Saudis, he hates Arabs, he hates Jews, he hates Israelis, and he's a shill for
And he hates black.
Soren hates black.
And Arabs. You left out Arabs.
And Meyer, it's been 2 days of him. It's been 2
Wait a
days.
second, time out, guys. Hold on 1 second, please. I know I said I was gonna shut up, but this shit got me fucking irritated, man, because Norm's my friend. Soren, you fucking dirtbag. I don't give a shit what he says to you. You do not put somebody's personal address in a fucking chat room, you moron. I just saw the screenshots of what you did. His personal address, his email, where he works, his telephone number. But you want to sit there and act like you're some intellectual, and then you want to play the victim when you get called out? You're a piece of shit.
He was too scared to call me, Jay. He's the ultimate impassive, dickless coward. He couldn't even get it together to call me. You hear that slithery voice?